This segment is brought to you by Waits and Downer, attorneys at law.
Hello and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us, however you may be joining us. We appreciate it. And we're so very glad to tell you about one of these more exciting events that take place here in our area. Welcome back to the program, the Director for Advancement, Government, and Community Engagement, Monique Crochet. Monique, thanks so much for being here again.
Thanks, Keith. Thank you and HCD for having us.
Yeah, glad to do it. Let's talk about the Fletcher Derby Party. This is the fifth annual, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So very
We're
cool.
excited. It's one of, we only have 3 fundraising events, and we were trying to put the fun back in fundraising, right?
Right.
We have the Derby, the golf tournament, and the Chancellor's Breakfast. So the Derby, it is, you and I kind of said, it's really, it's a fun event. It's from 4 to 8.
Right.
We do have live music.
Right.
We have our special, there's 2 employees that play music and sing that are going to be our music people this year.
Wow, isn't that fantastic?
It
right
is.
there, they're part of Fletcher. And
They do it. It's a Fletcher jazz band.
Yep.
And then we have, we have a bourbon tasting contest.
Okay.
And so we kind of start early. We have silent auction items
Right.
kind of lined
Throughout
up.
the day.
And then throughout that afternoon, and then we do.
then you got the live auction
And then we have
later.
the live auction later, which comes after.
Right.
And then we have a toast. And so we get cups and we do a toast before the Derby. And then, the Derby lasts, 3 minutes?
Yeah, I mean,
But
it's
finished.
3 on the long end, right?
But
It's two and a half minutes of
it's
fun
really
for
fun
sure.
after that because everybody's, joking and talking about, oh, I bet this horse, bet that
Right,
horse. And,
right.
And you and I talked about it earlier. A lot of people like to do that. They don't get to go to the Derby,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And they get to, and you should see the hats are beautiful.
Yeah.
And so we have fun with it. It really is. It's one of our fun. You see there, the
Yeah,
hats.
not only fun with hats and socks, but the hat and sock contest.
We
right?
have a hat and
Can
sock
you outdo
contest.
somebody else?
Yes. And so we have 3 judges that just pick randomly. That's
Right.
that comes in, and the ladies get up and they handmade their hats. They'll say, oh, I handmade this hat, or I got this hat.
Wow.
Really, really pretty hats, pretty
Yeah.
dresses. It's really nice. And then the men, and I can say men, but I think it could be anybody.
Okay.
You wear a pantsuit, you have socks on, you could wear, throw your socks in there.
He or she who has socks,
They can
whomever.
do that, and
they
they get
who have
gift
socks
cards
can
for
be
the
a part
win.
of
That's
that.
right.
There you
That's
go.
right. That's
wow.
right.
And again, we don't expect the socks to be as pretty and cool as the hats, but you know what? Come out and try and see. Bring some of your more fun
That was
socks.
one of the most, we did it last year and everybody says, are you going to do it again next year? And I'm like, absolutely.
So immediately when they asked, right?
And when I see people in public, they're like, I got my socks.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
And so we're going to talk about the important people that'll be there. Let's talk about the importance of why fundraising and why these events matter so much. Let's talk about where the money goes.
Sure. All the money raised, it stays in the Fletcher Foundation.
Yep.
And I'm glad you should ask because, as you know, college is getting more and more expensive.
It is.
So our students are looking for ways that they can get a degree or a certificate or certification and go to work.
Yeah.
Our students are students that may not be your typical 4-year college, but may need to take care of their parents or
Right.
their children
Right.
or their families. And they just want to come in for a short period of time.
Right.
Don't go out of college with debt and get a certificate or a certification or a terminal degree.
Yeah, two-year
work.
degree.
So we raise monies for that.
Right.
Our money's not restricted to say, oh, it has to go into an endowed scholarship, right? But if a student comes and says, I can't afford to take this test, and this is what's holding me back, we use money like this to help with that.
Wow.
Or I can't afford to get to class, take the test because I don't have enough gas, and so it's and scholarships,
Right.
people may not have enough money.
Yeah. And it's
So-
those people that are, a lot of them are still working and they're doing this around their schedule. And that's why I'm always so impressed with how you guys come and find ways to work around what people's needs are. The afternoon, the evening, the 7 and 7, all of those things that really accommodate the block system when you need it. It's just really cool to be able to see that's where the money goes.
That's where the
to
money
help people
goes.
who need it.
That's
and y'all have
exactly
a
it.
team, the foundation does a really good job of figuring out who needs it.
Our board is fabulous. They are very particular with our fundraising and how the money is spent.
Right.
So just so everybody knows, it doesn't go into a black hole, right?
Yeah,
It doesn't sit in there in interest. It is spent on programs, program needing. Students, it could be spent on if we want to do like a pizza party to show our appreciation. So that's what it's for.
Those
So
kinds of
we
things.
appreciate it.
So Dwayne, put the rest of those flyers up. I got to tell you guys, if you don't come out for any other reason, this may be the one to do it. It is the parish president hobby horse race between, you can see there, Archie Chesson, Lafourche Parish President, and Jason Bergeron, Terrebonne Parish President. And I got to tell you, I think the picture on the left is more representative of the ones on the right. That looks just like them. And quite frankly, they're always both smiling. They're always so kind with their time. But this time, Lafourche and Terrebonne are going to get it on.
Going head
It
to
is
head
the hobby horse race.
Yes.
And it's going to take place a little bit later in the day, a little bit after the
Around
race, right?
5:15, 5:20.
So-
We're going to do it before the actual big race.
Before the big race. So
our
this is
big
the race before the race.
This is the race. This is like your, well, how do the Triple Crown before, the big one. We thought of this, and it's not just a race straight. They have to do obstacle course.
Right. Of course. Well, they're athletic enough. Both of them are really good athletes.
I'm not going to
I
say
love it.
who, but someone asked if they're going to sweat. And I said,
Oh,
that's totally up to
on May
you.
3rd. Are you kidding me?
You
Yeah,
better
they're gonna
make
sweat.
sure. Yeah.
Be ready to sweat, gentlemen.
That's right.
That's a good thing. Again, put that first flyer up. Let people know May 3rd is when it's going to take place. It is the Fletcher Derby Party from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. You don't want to miss it. All of these wonderful ideas. If you want more information, you can get it through Monique. She's available and through that website. We can do that, or just look up Fletcher.
Sure.
Monique, thanks for being here. We
Thanks,
appreciate
Keith.
it as
I
always.
appreciate it, and thank y'all.
You got it. All right, guys, that'll do it for this particular segment in this Bayou Time, but don't go anywhere. A lot more right here on HTV.
This segment was brought to you by A.J. Doman Chevrolet. We say yes when others say no.